exhausted. Hey, well, come back from the rest.
Thank you.
Was it enough though? I think you
never
need,
be
you need
enough.
the weekend, like
Me
a whole
and
weekend.
sleep.
Hey, your bad days.
Yes. Okay,
Okay.
what's happening in the country, Pam?
Well, we start off with the news that is making rounds on social media. The Electoral Commission throwing out Mathias Walukaga as the duly nominated, one of the duly nominated candidates for Busiro East MP seat. Yeah. So this was a statement released by Simon Yabakam as the chairperson of the Electoral Commission. And he was saying Mathias Walukaga lacked the requisite formal education qualifications for the elective position for Member of Parliament. Remember, for Member of Parliament, you require a A6 certificate to be able to.
Did he go back to school?
Now he's actually at St. Lawrence University.
I know.
Yeah, but he's studying on an expired certificate.
What do you mean?
Well, let's start off from the beginning.
Yes.
If I can remember the facts properly.
Because I'm hurt as a person, you know.
You're
I am
hurt as a
hurt
person.
because I wanted this. Okay, it's not like Mboba he's over educated and bichi, but I wanted him in Parliament because abantu betwagala in Parliament.
Okay.
People like that one. I know the other guy is land bamwitanyoli.
Medad Segona, who was thrown out by EU.
Yeah. Nae nade esubi ndina mu Mathias. Walukaga wango.
And people had the subi muhim. Like very many
a
people.
lot. Because we always say it's not about English, it's not about the books, but it's about what maybe you can do for your people. You understand? So what they abade kale ogamanti taino bacha abadagenda kola, but Parliament was going to be fun. Ngamwali.
Okay. Well, okay, let's start off with he actually he had S4 qualifications. Now, for him to get to being a member of Parliament, he needed A6 papers. Now, in 2023 of February, he was officially given papers when he went for mature entry.
Yes.
He wanted to enter university. So to enter university, when you have senior 4 papers, you are supposed to go through the process of mature entry and get a certificate of an aptitude test for mature entry into university. So he did do those papers and he got his mature entry. He actually passed because the qualification for mature entry is you need to get above 50. So he got 54%. From some kind of institution, IU institution, institution of learning, Islamic University. That's where he got that paper. Now, that paper requires you, because he got it in Feb 2023, I think it was about Feb 25th, 2023. That paper is valid for 2 years. For 2 years. So if you count from 2023, it was supposed to be valid until 2025.
Yes.
Mathias Walukaga went to the National Council of Higher Education around June.
This year?
Yeah, June this year. When he went there, they gave him, the National Council of Higher Education indeed certified his papers on grounds that the paper that he got was officially from a certified university. As a licensed and recognized university by the Ministry of Education and Sports, and therefore the paper he got was certified.
Yes.
However, the National Council of Higher Education does not have the mandate to tell you that this paper is invalid. It has exceeded 2 years. Remember, he got his paper in February 2023.
So it expires in 2025 in February.
Yes. So he was actually supposed to go for. It expires if you have not acquired a level of education, if you have not gone into university by that time, then that paper is now invalid.
Yes.
So Mathias Walukaga, through his lawyers, he contended, because there's someone who petitioned the Electoral Commission saying that these guys' papers are invalid for that particular slot. So Mathias Walukaga, through his lawyers, said, the fact that I have been admitted at universities, I think it's St. Lawrence University, on the fact that on the basis of my papers, it means my papers are valid. Yeah? But the Electoral Commission and the Electoral Commission, for it in its findings, it's based on a Supreme Court ruling that was given some time back. The Supreme Court ruling says that the National Council of Higher Education can give you certified papers, but it does not have the mandate, it does not have the power to make a paper, an invalid paper, valid. You get it? You've got the difference. But National Council of Higher Education is popular because you went to, let's say you went to Makerere University, you studied. You did your mature entry from Makerere University, but your mature entry was expiring last month.
Yes.
Makerere University will give you your paper.
Even if it has expired or
they
not.
will give you your paper and tell you, by the way, this paper is expiring in 2 years. If you don't go to university by 2 years, it will have expired. Now, when you go 2 years later after to National Council of Higher Education to certify your papers, National Council of Higher Education will not look at the paper expiring.
Yes.
They will look at Makerere University is a certified institution, so they will stamp on the paper and say certified. So that's the problem with Mathias Walukaga.
Okay.
His paper was certified,
but
it was invalid. It was expired, and that's the reason why the Electoral Commission, and they slashed it based on a Supreme Court ruling. So so he has been thrown out, but then the question is, where is the missing link? Because should have the Electoral Commission gone through the whole process
before,
as in going back and saying, you know, much as it's certified, did you finish your mature entry? Was it also certified by the time you? Or is it the National Council of Higher Education that should itself, as a National Council of Higher Education, should it be the one to say, but this paper, I'm not going to certify it, kubanga it's invalid? Should it say, even if you went to a recognized university, I'm not going to certify this paper, kubanga it's invalid? That's another question to ask.
Okay.
So it's very tricky in the issue of
chintu cha Mathias Walukaga ekyo naye, if you explain it that way, then it makes sense. Although my issue is, why are they telling him now? You know, at least they should have told him some time back. Mugamba, you know what? Instead of someone okubeera nga akimanyi, he's qualified and bichi.
Now we have, actually, to answer those questions, we have Bukenya Paul, who is the deputy spokesperson for the Electoral Commission. He's going to give us a statement on exactly why they delayed. Because why now? Because it's too late. And
in the petition against the nomination of Mathias Walukaga for the position of Member of Parliament for Busiro East, Wakiso District, as you know, there was a petition formally lodged with the Electoral Commission challenging the nomination of the candidate, that he did not possess the required minimum academic formal qualifications for nomination as a candidate for Member of Parliament. So the Commission had the submissions of the parties involved in the matter, and did its other investigations and looked into all the necessary documents in accordance with our mandate and in accordance with what was submitted to us. And we have established then that the candidate, Walukaga Mathias, lacked the requisite minimum formal qualifications for the elective office of Member of Parliament as required under Section 4, subsection 1C of the Parliamentary Elections Act. So we have informed him of the decision that he's denominated, and informed his lawyers as well as the returning officer for Wakiso District.
Because, who would you blame? Who would you blame in this whole incident? Would you blame the EC for not doing the due diligence? Because much as his papers are certified, at the end of the day, the mature entry was invalid. So should have the EC gone back on all the people that it nominated and said, we have to check from scratch. Even this paper that took you to university, even if National Council certified you, we need to have
time.
Because he has already spent billions of money.
I know.
No, but also him, if his papers indeed had a mistake, because if could he acknowledge that his papers indeed, that he made he erred on his part, as in the 2 years expired before he got into university, and then the university also that admitted him. Did they know that his mature entry had expired?
You know, some universities are here to make money.
Business.
We don't care whether your paper has expired or it has not yet expired. But also, Baliba and Abachi, like,
bali abachibani
I
Kubanga
don't even
omuntu
know
already
who
ali
to
mu
say.
campaigns
I
like he's deep in the
know,
campaign process and
They should have told him from the very beginning when he was being nominated
another
that
question
your
Flora.
papers have expired, you do not qualify to be a member of parliament. Wabula osobola okuddayo kubanga he already had a post. Oba
Yeah.
kitegedde n'addayo emabega until when he goes back to school and biki byonna n'abitereeza and then he comes back as an MP.
They informed him as the you know, when you get that mature entry paper, they inform you that within 2 years it's expiring. Maybe he
forgot.
didn't do his mathematics properly.
Yes.
But the question is,
Kubanga nange wemba mbala, the year I got it, I might count 2024, 2025 until it is expiring in 2026
yes,
February.
you may not do your maths well. And if you
Yeah.
go to National Council and they certify,
Right,
no
then-
genda mu university ne baku admitting
admitting
that,
that.
like seriously. But the question is, Flora, if there was no petitioner to this thing, just think about how many people have erred maybe in this way, knowingly or unknowingly. If no one went to petition his papers,
then he would have
and you know, because he would have gone through like, just
Yes.
like that. So think about how many people.
petitioned, by the way.
There's
but
a
opposition.
petitioner. There's a petitioner.
But
They didn't list the
opposition.
petitioner in their
Yes,
statement.
okay.
Yeah.
But it's very, very sad, and I don't know if there's a solution to this. But I don't know. Let's just wait and see what his party has to say about this whole situation, because they have to come out and say something.
Yeah.
Yes. So, but it's very sad, Bambi. I
It
wanted
is.
that guy in parliament.
It is, and right now nomination
Because even
nomination
intelligent-
times
eh.
is passed, so which means the national platform cannot present a candidate
Yeah.
for that particular slot.
Chibinyo.
Eh.
Anyway, it is what it
Okay,
is.
so finally, the Uganda Human Rights Commission yesterday was holding a press, and they spoke about many things. One of the things they talked about was that the Gulu protests, the rallies the rally of Robert Chagulanyi in Gulu, where you saw some of the civilians being caned by security operatives, and they condemned it, and they said this was a harsh and excessive use of force against civilians. Now, the other thing they talked about, the commissioners were the ones who were speaking, Simeon Subuga and Crispus Kahero, they were speaking about children being involved in these rallies and campaign period. If you can hear what Simeon Subuga is talking about, he's saying that they have witnessed kids being tear gassed, kids being used to sing songs with dirty words in them, and this is going against their children's rights.
Tulabyeyo ne situations ezimu abaana bakozesebwa okuyimba ennyimba ezirimu ebigambo ebikyafu ku campaign rallies, naye omwana nga ye tamanyi kyayogerako naye ng'ayimba buyimbi so nga tamanyi nti ebigambo byayogera bikyafu nnyo. Tutuukirira ennaku ezisembayo wetulabira ddala ensonga zino nga zivaayo, wetulabira ddala nga bacandidates bagezaawo okunoonya obuwagizi mu ngeri entuufu n'engeri enkyamu.
Tulabye nti wabaddewo engeri eziwerako eddembe ly'abaana we lityoboleddwa ate nga lirina okukuumibwa. Tulabye nti olukuŋŋaana ezimu we zibadde kati ng'okweky'okulabirako ng'emukono, ng'ekayunga, ng'ebuyikwe, ng'eyiganga, tiyagaasi wakubiddwa nga n'abaana abazze kulaale tiyagaasi oyo abakola ki abakosa.
And you can't stop these kids from accessing campaign grounds because they want to be inspired. They also want to see the candidates abaliwo abasimbyewo bazadde baba abagaye banaye tugende. There will be music, there will be artists,
there'll
so
be
come
artists
and we
performing
go
and stuff.
food and
Yeah.
so kati tosobola gaana abaana kugenda.
No, but auntie kati ng'omuzadde, if you have been able to follow the trail of elections, if you've been able to trail the way the campaign period has been for some candidates, how violent it has been, or maybe how the supporters are being, treated in these rallies. As a parent, it's upon you to say, my child should not go there.
Wali oganyeko omwana okola ekintu
there's-
Pamela n'agenda.
Auntie kati,
Gwe ng'omuzadde ng'omugaanye.
ng'ogenze ku mulimo, you've gone to work, and then your kid is,
Some other kid who they have allowed will come and tell your kid, let's go. Mommy will not find out because she's at work.
Until now, the thing is, when parents are not open with their kids, if you showed them what's happening, like as an old person, you can take the tear gas or the canes. But imagine a 15-year-old or a 16 or a 14, a 13-year-old there in the middle. They could be a stampede, and the kid will get will die or maybe get injured in the process. So if you're a parent, you open with them and show them, even it plays in the news. Tell them to like sit and watch and let them see. So that when the other kid comes and says, "Guni to get," you know the kid is like, I saw what happened there, and also my mom or dad told me I could be a victim. So let me not go.
Because
Yeah.
bageze da.
Hello guys.
The mid-morning